Colts.
Named after my favorite thing.
Micah Hyde, 55 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble.
I could probably bounce back.
Davis White, 27 and 1. Got him beat.
A JOB job? Might be interested.
Hughes, 33, sure, 20. He got him beat. Alexander, 37 and 1 forced fumble, 27. Got him beat.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have pure thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Keenan Robinson, the one that got him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they'll run it here. Runs through the contact, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Great.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
The Bills send the punter out. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
North of 100 yards, the two scores, and, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get it to him running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And you have points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's
Poyer is
intercepted.
second.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the
Look
lights
at
come on.
Bo.
I
You
think
know.
he likes natural light best.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That guy chased me all over the place.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They give him a
There
gain
you
of
go,
38.
Forster.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Well, he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football.
Lawson, sack, fumble, cover.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield.
Is under
All
review.
receivers out in the pattern.
After review of the play,
The job
on the field
becomes
is
twice as
reversed.
difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Get on it. Great day.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Mack, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 21 carries, 67 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
They'll run with Mack, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Terry Johnson made the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll try the air now with Locke. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a carry from Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll give it to him up the middle. 2nd and goal from the 1. A shotgun snap for Luck. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it in for a Colts score. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a quick throw here. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now they try the right side here. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
And not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hard throw, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find the ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here is Andrew Luck, the focus of our player spotlight. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Luck now to throw. Ebron caught left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Allen, he'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And all the way home for a Bills
Foster.
touchdown.
It's Australian.
Robert Foster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now Allen, flushed out right. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Danico Autry able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Okay.
So we've reached the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is taken at the 15. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Zay Jones' turn to go in the slot.
All right. Well, any friend of yours is easily a friend of mine.
That's nice to hear. Anyway, you hungry? I'm thinking about going over by burger.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards and first down, that fits the bill.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running. Because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 10.
He caught it.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing his line. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot.
No.
Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Locke, and he's got his man Hilton. And they get him
Finally
down
got
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Keep going.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And now out come the Bills. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No, check, Patriot!
And they'll run it here. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Right back to him on first down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Allen going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
To the air, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Room
These
again.
two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play.
Okay, I have to go over there. I need to get a lead or something.
Hey, yo, no mama, or hey, yo, bitch, when we going to that burger shop?
Got it. All right. I will call her right now.
Right now. Also, if you need to mention me being there, just say I'm your bodyguard, I guess.
Okay, duly noted. I can't remember which one's her number. I don't ever in my phone. Which is recent at the top or is recent at the bottom? I can't remember. I'm trying to make a call. It's not. Doesn't seem to be working. You seem to have some trouble connecting the call, but I remember what you said.
Anyway, a lot of people tend to hang out around these apartments, so maybe we'll run into her here. Who knows?
Maybe. You'll know her. You'll recognize her. She is just the most majestically beautiful person.
Okay, I'll go by what you described.
All right. Remember, legs that go on for days, high heels, tall,
Legs for
buxom,
days.
eyes that shine like pools of sunlight.
These are a lot of very long-winded descriptors.
I mean, long-winded's kind of my thing, except when talking to women.
Right.
Oh. Hey, yo, little bitch mama. When we gonna hit that burger shop? Hey, yo.
What
Hey, yo, little.
the fuck just came out of your
Yeah.
mouth? What just came out of your mouth?
Hey. What just came out of your mouth? Hey, yo, little.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Jimmy. I'm Stan's friend. Look, he's not very good with words, but he really likes you, and he just wants to go on a date with you. He thinks you're very, very good-looking, right, Stan? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sir,
saying.
get the fuck back in the car. Get back in the car, put your hands on the fucking steering wheel, and don't fucking move a muscle. If either of you move a fucking muscle, I have been authorized to use lethal force. Do I make myself clear?
Yes?
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
my name is Deputy Kiki Chanel with the Los Santos Division of Fashion and Fabric. Do you know why I've stopped you guys today?
Well, I mean, we were already stopped before.
Do you know why? Do you know why I have stopped you today?
What?
Because I have been deputized by the Roland Peabody Los Santos School of Fashion Design and Costume Ethics, and it is my duty as a sworn fashion officer of this state to intercede when I witness a crime against fashion taking place. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and read you some of your rights, okay? You have the right to remain stylish. Anything you wear can and will be used against you in the court of fashion. You have the right to an attorney, though without one immediately available, your trial will proceed, and you will be forced to compile your own defense. With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk with me about the charges against you?
No?
No, you're not!
No.
I guess this just got a whole lot easier, didn't it? You think you're fucking hard, Stan? Do you think you're fucking hard? You think you're a hard ass? Is that what's happening now?
I get hard in nervous situations. congratulations, but that's neither here nor there.
Stan, remember when we were talking about the whole words thing and how to use them? Okay, choose better ones.
For some reason with her, I can speak perfectly clearly. You are beautiful. Your medallion is stunning. Your glasses are like rays of sunshine beaming directly into my hindbrain. Your
You're not an
boots.
actual cop, right? I am a certified professional police officer with the state. I can shoot you. I will shoot you. I will execute both of you, and I will say that you were reaching for something in the glove compartment.
Do you have a badge?
Yes, it's not with me right now. It's
not with you?
It's
left it at
currently
home?
it's at the police station in my
Station.
It's in my other outfit. It's at Mission Row. It's in my other police skirt.
It's in your other outfit at
I
Mission Road.
mean that
Yes.
seems all plausible. I'm willing to believe everything you just said.
Okay, good, excellent. Because I am a real police officer. I have been authorized to use lethal force. And I have a question for you, Stan. It seems to me like you're not wearing any socks at all. You have anything to say about that? You have anything to say about wearing skate shoes and no socks?
These are clearly boat shoes. Boat shoes are traditionally not worn with socks. Socks interfere with the water on the pier. You have to have no socks or else your feet are going to swell up and get diseased.
I'm not trying to act like the fashion expert here, but really the shoes are the first thing you point out, not the goddamn tumor on his pelvis known as a fanny pack.
Whoa, friendly Jay, you liked my fanny pack. You said.
He is tore up.
I'll
Don't
be
get me
honest.
wrong. He's tore up from the floor.
You seemed
when we
attached
started
to
the
it.
shoes.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
We're gonna have to conduct some business later. This is gonna require more thorough investigation. I'm fine. What did you say your name was? What did you say your name was? The driver?
Jimmy. Some people call me.
Boom, Jimmy. Boom, pow, Vogue, fashion. Do you have a card? Do you have some identification that I can see?
I mean, sure. Yeah, no.
That's right.
Sir,
According to the state of San Andreas Penal Code, section 34A to 34C, you are required to identify yourself during a stop and check with a San Andreas police officer. That's right. Thank you. Okay.
Do you need mine as well?
Jimmy. No.
Do I need?
Okay.
It is weird that you didn't ask for those.
Born 1992. You're just a little baby boopy. Just a little baby boopy, huh? Just
Yes.
a little wee. Are you done high school yet?
What?
Okay. Jimmy Bending is your
Yes.
What's your last name? Mr. Bending?
Like a gymnast,
I
yes.
want you to understand something, man, okay? If you try to fuck me, Jimmy, and I have to send you to Bolingbrook, okay? Bending doesn't even begin to describe what you're going to be doing up there. Do you like to dance? Jimmy, do you like to dance?
On occasion,
Oh, great, because they only know one song in Bolingbrook, and that's the Backdoor Boogaloo, all right?
I don't think I've heard it.
Oh, well, you're going to get real good at it. They only play one game in Bolingbrook, and that's Butthole Bingo. So, do not tempt me. You understand? Now, what's the nature of, what are you boys up to today, all right? Do you think your vehicle's roadworthy? You got your rear window smashed out, all sorts of damage all over the vehicle?
You know, we were making some deliveries for, our
Yeah.
boy Stan. He delivers water.
I'm Stan the Waterman. I never got to formally introduce myself last time, but are you thirsty? Do you have great thirst?
Do I look like I'm thirsty?
Well, I mean, everybody gets
That's
thirsty.
the impression you get.
Everybody gets thirsty once in a while.
Gloves.
People mostly water.
When you look at me?
You seem to be slightly dehydrated. Right there, you can see some abrasion on the skin there.
You look like a thirsty bitch.
You could probably use with a top
I am
off.
thirsty.
Maybe.
Ooh, you want me to take my top off?
No. I'm just saying that you.
Oh, no. Stan, is the mustache a new addition?
I mean,
When the fuck?
yes.
Because I don't remember, the last time we met each other, I don't remember it was mustache.
I may have grown it and groomed it in the meantime.
You grew that and groomed it. You groomed that? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes, I grew and groomed.
Stan.
Yes.
That's a fake mustache.
No.
It's fake. Are you
Stan!
That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerry Hughes. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
Losing people. Huh?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And on the ground they go with the running back.
Ooh.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's
I need that change, man.
Oh, I'm good. Things have really turned around for me. I am feeling good, looking good, and I've got 3 women that are vying for my affection.
Oil. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Colts on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Locke on third down. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the two-point try. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
They're going to try and run here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. From the gun, here's Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now Love, and the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play,
I knew where it was going, and I didn't play it right.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st down, it's Love. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw on 2nd down is Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it out to midfield.
Another
He'll spot it right at midfield
lineman.
at the 50.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to sign somebody off. Sorry.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Luck now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. Here's Luck. And he's got his favorite target yet again.
What? Oh, my God. Get out of here.
Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Allen's going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
No, check, Patriot!
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. It's caught inside the 25.
Wallace.
Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 41 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. takes it with 19 seconds remaining. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Again, Luck. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Luck. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A big offensive